So then I says to him, we're going up to the Capitol, and there's no stopping us. You're going to stop the steal. Oh, I mean, sorry, that's the wrong podcast, guys. I'm booked for Alex Jones next week, and I'm just working on my material. Welcome to another episode of Perfectly Misfit. Damn, I want a fucking bartender on the side of my fucking podcast. Jesus. Perfectly Misfit with your boy Renee Encarnacion and my bestie from the Westie, Daniel motherfucking Webb. How are you, brother?
I'm good, bro. How are you doing?
Good. Fucking little jealous. You're a little hot bartender over there. Unless it's one of your sons, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, no. It was the old lady.
Cheers,
There we
brother.
go.
We like starting off episodes with some honesty juice. What's going on, man? How you been?
Dude, I've been really good. Hopefully you can hear me good.
Yep. Sound great, brother. Sound great.
I forgot to turn on the old mic over here, so that's fun. But dude, I don't. Last week I went on to say that I was leaving my old job. I started my new job today, Monday. It's 3 days in, and bro, I have not been this fulfilled as an IT support specialist in the last 5 years. Dude, I got way more responsibilities than I had at my previous job. I have way more input where my actual opinion and thoughts matter.
Hey, look at you. Somebody's
Dude,
listening to this guy, huh?
There are so many positives in this job. There's a couple negatives I have already seen, but like nothing compared to what I've been dealing with for the past 5 years.
Yeah, I started a new job last week, and it was madness. I really can't even get into it because of how crazy it is. But I did get another job offer. I think I mentioned that last week. Did I?
I think so. I know that personally we've talked a little bit more this week than we normally do.
Yeah, I got one of my old jobs offered back to me. I used to do it in New York. If you followed me at all, like over the fucking multiple years that I've been doing podcast appearances before I ever hosted one, I used to sometimes do them in a hotel room because I would do them while like on a job, basically. So yeah, the job is really cool. I won't get into too many details, but it pays really well. On occasion, I'll have to travel for it, and while I'm traveling, I'm on the clock. If I have to use my own vehicle, I get gas money, and if I'm driving my own vehicle, I'm also on the clock. It's they give me like a fucking $15 per day per diem for fucking lunch. It's it's a pretty sweet gig. Very independent work too, which is awesome. Like I just basically get told I get told the assignment.
Fucking best.
Like yeah, like
no more
when you don't
helicopter bosses.
Yeah, yeah. This is the kind of job where like basically you get told the assignment and pretty much what the deadline is and you're expected and then they'll come in and check up on you maybe once a day. Just to see where you're at, just to check your progress, make sure everything's going smooth, but like literally whenever I've done this job, the supervisor on the site is like nose deep in a computer the whole day and like only ever pops their head up if you have any questions and shit.
Right? It's the best. Dude, all right, so like I said, like my last job made me feel like I started doubting myself at how good at my job I am from my last job. And then within 3 days here, I'm like, oh, I fucking remember everything. Like, yeah, I need a quick refresher on a couple of things, but like, I'm already banging out Active Directory. I'm already banging out, a bunch of shit, like a lot of shit. Like, I'm in charge of all the print servers and like all this shit. Like, it's fucking fun again. And it's so refreshing. Bro, this is what I wore to work today. Like t-shirt, fucking
Sorry, hold on.
jeans. Like
Trying to line up some
I don't
videos.
gotta fucking wear polos and shit and
So it's
khakis.
kind of funny. Like I currently only wear like I guess kind of like they're kind of like khakis, except they're a little more fashionable. I get them from the Gap for like 40 bucks, 50 bucks a pop. They're great.
I get
But
my khakis
but
from their Levi's. I get them from fucking Walmart, bro. Like
fair enough, fair
cheap
enough.
as
But
fuck. Who cares?
some of us have a little more fashion than others. Okay, let's not get started. Um, but um, yeah, like I've exclusively worn those style of pants since this job that and this was like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, some shit like that. Um, so like I actually kind of miss it. Like I don't know, I'm almost 40 and like, well, I like wearing, my t-shirts and khakis and fucking nice sneakers all day. Like the only thing I would have to adjust is now I'm gonna have to wear polo shirts. And honestly, I don't mind it. I look your boy looks good in a polo shirt.
Dude, I don't disagree. I'm just saying, like, I've had to wear all that other shit forever and didn't want to necessarily. Um and then during COVID, my company was like, all right, everyone can wear jeans, right? Everyone can wear jeans, but the IT staff,
Keep going.
which is three of us, were not allowed to wear jeans. Unless it was Friday. For some god awful reason, I have no idea why, my boss decided to implement that in where everyone else in the entire company could wear jeans all the time. Dude, like 3 months ago, I said fuck it and started wearing jeans every day because, like, that's like the rebel. Like, I obviously have attitude issues and
Us?
problems,
No. You? No.
and
Not my Daniel.
dude, so, like, I get, like, a lot some of the problems that I had there were me, and I understand that, but, like, if you get me to a point where I'm like, "Fuck you," then it's "fuck you." Like, it is what it is. Like, there's a reason why you and I normally do, like, uh, contract work and shit. Like, I've done so much contract work because in 6 months at a normal job, I'm already like, all right, fuck this. Let's go move on to the next one. You know what I mean? Like, so it was kind of crazy that I was at my last job for over 5 years. And it just proved to me that, all right, yeah, I could stay there. But then I get to a point where I'm like, I don't feel like I am not necessarily wanted, but like respected in the way, like, there's like a certain respect, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. No, you
I
don't
like,
have to explain it to me and I'm sure
yeah,
our
I
two
know, but I'm explaining it to our one viewer.
I was also
There's
about
like
to
a
say that.
certain respect level that you got to have, and when you lose that certain respect level, then it's like a straight up fuck you, like, and it sucks, and it's a horrible place to be in, and like when that happens to like you and me, like, I know because I know you, and I know because we talked about it. Like, you downward spiral into like this weird depression mode where no matter what good things are happening around you, like, this one aspect of your life fucks all that up always. And then, like, it's not like a sense of entitlement or anything like that. Like, I'm not saying that because, like, there's some vets that like think they're entitled to have better things. We're not like that. We get it. We're fucking normal humans. Like, we're just veterans and fucked up on top of that. Like, we don't. Neither of us base our whole life based on our service. But,
Hell no.
like, as a human being, a respect, dude. Like, once
See,
that
this all right,
respect
this is what
is
I was
off,
gonna say. Our two viewers already know what you're talking about. You can move
uh,
on. Thank you.
See
Moving
that?
on. Yeah, we get it. Fuck your old company. Your new company's awesome. They're fucking treating you right. They're making you feel like a human fucking being. And and yeah, they're all about what's important. Yeah?
Yeah.
Am I getting
So
that
it's
right?
great. I again, like I said, in 3 days, I have achieved more in my IT career than I have in the last 3 years. So, which is pretty insane. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
uh,
relearn the app for the systems that we work on. But the job that I'm hopefully probably going back to is a fucking cakewalk, Dan. I'm talking about like I'm gonna be walking around with an iPad Pro and just going click, 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 and like adjusting little just like things in the app. Like it's
that that's cool as fuck. One, because again, I know we talked about it offline. What you're doing is going to be the shit and a half,
it's
and the
really
travel
it's
is kind
going
of
to
fun.
be it's boring work. But since it's independent work, I'm going back to my fucking podcasts, man. Like that's what I used to do, before is just I got my headphones in, make sure my phone's fucking charged up all the way. And I'll be listening to podcasts and music all fucking day. And
Like I
like
said,
it's a
fucking
kind of jalapeno honey sounds nice. It can be a kind of lonely job. I will say that much. So I will be needing my support system, like you and my other fucking homies and shit, for when I'm like really just feeling, like again, like I said, it's a the job will have me traveling. Probably will have me in hotels out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like last time I was in like Connecticut. I spent almost an entire winter in Albany, New York, which, if you know anything about
I
fucking
do
the
Rochester, New
yeah,
York. I lived there
yeah,
for
yeah.
over
So
like a year and a half.
so you know how
It's
cold it is.
fucking
It's
horrible,
yeah, it's like an hour and a half away from Albany, I want to say. So
bro.
but once you get up,
But it's on the same line as
yeah,
Buffalo,
that's what I'm
so you get
saying. So it's
all
like
that snow.
yeah, so but I'm just saying once you get towards because like Albany is like real upstate. Like there's upstate, which is like 15-20 minutes from New York City
To
proper. But Albany, which is the capital of New York,
like Albany and Syracuse, all that
oh
shit's
yeah,
way up
Buffalo,
there.
Albany, Buffalo, Syracuse, and it keeps going all the way up to fucking Fort Drum, which is almost touching Canada. Like
Might as well
it's
be Canada.
yeah, it's fucking cool. So like that and
Horrible.
like that shit sucked. I mean I will say I was blessed with being the new guy in a small town and my dating app blew the fuck up. But that was the only thing that kept me from like being like super happy. But then the one thing though is like I still have sorry, I got a text message threw me off. I still have some very severe and heavy looming debt over my head. And the amount of money this will pay me will allow me to probably bang out that debt in the next 9 to 10 months. Even though it's like a nice little chunk. I mean, it's also including like 13 grand left still on my fucking car. Uh, but I like that's one thing where I'm like, well, shit. I'll take the loneliness if I can help alleviate the stress of that debt that's fucking been floating over my head for about 2.5 years now. Like that though, making credit card payments every week, that's gonna fucking put a big ass smile on my fucking face. You know what I'm saying, baby? I got a DUI,
Yeah. I
baby.
got a DUI, baby.
Baby. We up out
Uh,
here.
so
So wait.
before we get on to like the good shit and all the other amazing shit that's going on this weekend, all the other topics, I do have to bring up one quick sad note.
Wait.
My mom was supposed to come to my house on Mother's Day. I was going to grill out, do all this great shit for her because it's my mom, man. I love my mom. Uh,
Well, of course you
but
love your ma. Come on, she's your ma.
but her
Even though,
dog, who's who's 17, was 17 years old,
All right.
started passing away on Sunday, started having seizures and shit. Um,
Here's
name's Lacey. She,
shout out to Shaky. Cheers,
so
Shaky.
Lacey's her name.
Come on, that was a
I,
good one. Come on,
it was a
motherfucker.
good one. I'll do that. But Lacey's been there way before my kids were born. Um, she was a great little fucking dog. She
Remind me
put
how
the
far
shit
away.
on.
Remind me how far away mom lives again.
Mom's like an hour from me.
Okay.
Uh, so she's supposed to come over. I'm like, all right, well, I'll just come to you. And she's like, no, no, no. Like, it's fine, blah, 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 whatever. But Lacey, she was a good dog. When my kids were babies, she would lay next to them. And, like, if they were in their car seat still or whatever, and unless you had permission from
To get
me
near
and
the
my
babies.
ex-wife, my mom, or my dad, if you just walked up and tried to touch a baby, she'd bite the fuck out of you. All right.
Nice.
It's a little lap dog, but like,
Nah,
all
but they
right,
are
like,
like it's you gotta hit or miss with them. They're either super chill or
bro,
super protective. So
she was chill as fuck. I mean, like, her name's Lacey. Dude, she was great. She was a great dog. She ended up kind of bouncing back after the fifth seizure for the day, and then Monday morning she woke up and it was like curtains. So she took her in, had her put down. It's super sad. It's super super sad because Lacey was bonded more with my dad than my mom. So it's like
that
another piece of
connection.
my dad taken away from my mom. Uh, it was Monday was a pretty sad day, but like also like one of those like you get to share all the memories and talk about all that shit. My mom is actually doing way better with it than I thought. My
So
mom's
stop sounding
stronger
so
with it.
fucking depressed about it. You're fucking killing me
I
here, bro.
am depressed a little bit about it because like I'm worried
Oh,
about my mom.
come on.
Like that's
Oh.
my world.
So speaking of
But
puppies, come here, Lobo. Lobo. Oh, Lobo.
but she is doing good. I've talked to her every day since and
Oh,
whatnot, so she's
oh.
doing fine.
Ese es
We got
Lobo,
lots of shit going on, which is
el
good.
cana de strada italiana. Hey, Lobo, ¿cómo se dice? ¿Qué se dice? ¿Cómo está ahí? I'm okay. He's a kind of older man. I want to go back and laying you down. Sorry, I had to bring it up a notch, bro. You're killing me.
All right,
You're
good.
bringing me back memories of Porsche. And then this fucking asshole just put his dog down. Louis J Gomez. He finally put down Sport. That was really fucking sad too. God damn's today is the day. I'm sorry for your loss, Dan.
You're good.
Hey,
It
Lobo,
is
out of
what it
there. Out.
is. They're
Out.
old. Like when they get
Yeah, I
old,
mean,
it's
you
like,
once you said 17, I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. I already know where this is going.
uh,
Um,
yeah.
well, do one more for Shakes. R.I.P. to all the fucking good doggos, the good puppers out there. It never gets easier, man. I could have warned me about that motherfucker. Um, actually, so you know what? I've been watching
Didn't warn you
something.
for the real reaction. That I
Uh,
stopped and because it
um,
is like sometimes we do get real on this shit. We don't do it a
yep.
lot, but it's a real
Uh,
reaction that we have. Like it's
yeah.
dogs, man. Fuck people mostly. Dogs are the best. Like you
And
can't
then
fucking
I'm
beat a dog.
feeling fuck people a lot this week. I really am not in a good place with fucking people right now. So yeah. I've been watching something though that has kind of it's something different. Um it's you're a baseball fan, Dan?
Yeah,
I
obviously.
forget if we've
Yeah.
had this conversation about this
The
new baseball
Tigers are
team.
my team and a half, and Yes, they
Have we
suck. Do you see Miles in the background? The
have
the
we had
window's open, and he is definitely saying "What's up" to the outside.
have we had the conversation about the new baseball team that I'm following?
No,
Okay.
not the Rockies, but if it's
No.
not the
Oh, hell no,
Rockies,
no, no, no. Check this. I want you to
I
check
know they
this out.
suck.
This is a
The
new
Bananas.
team. Yes.
I'm following the Bananas on TikTok. They are
Okay.
an entertainment-based team.
Hold on. Hey, I
They are
got this.
amazing.
I got this, kid. Easy. No crying.
Hey, Clarno, I've got a question. Do you have a moment?
Yes, sir.
Which team do you play for?
Well, I'm a banana, sir.
Well, I was just wondering, because I couldn't figure out why you would throw home when we've got a 2-run lead. You let the tying run get on second, and we lost the lead because of you. Now you start using your head. That's that lump 3 feet above your ass.
This is all fake, guys. This is a real baseball team, somewhat. We'll give you a bit more insight
Yeah,
in a
this
second
this
here.
video is fake as fuck. I
Yeah, this
remember
is
this.
their
Crying?
this is
This
them.
is a league of their own, baby.
Are you crying? There's
No
no crying.
crying.
There's no crying in baseball.
Why don't you leave him alone, Gillum?
Oh, you zip it, Dearman. Eric Myers was my manager, and he called me a cocky pile of pig shit. And that's when my parents drove all the way down from Oklahoma to see me play the game. And did I cry? No, no. And you know why? Because there's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in baseball.
Yeah,
No crying.
a league of their own.
So for those of you confused as to why I just put that on, that is the Savannah Bananas. They are a
entertainment
we'll say
baseball team.
okay, yeah.
And there's
I'm
an
trying, yes, but I'm trying to find
baseball league.
if you allow me, I'm trying to find a more layman term for people who might not even understand that. The best way to describe the Savannah Bananas are like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball. It is a baseball circus, if you will. There are two teams for the Savannah Bananas. One is the Pacific Coast in the Pacific Coast League, and that is a serious team consisting of up and coming kids from the minors, college, baseball legends, up and coming college kids for AAA ball, and former fucking MLB pros. And we're talking like living legends, people who are like going to be in Hall of Fame. Machado's playing in there, Gomes is playing in there, Luigas is fucking playing in there. Like big fucking names. But the funny part about this shit is they've invented their own game. The best way to also describe this would be like if you know the movie Basketball, where they took one or two sports and kind of combined it together. But what they did was they made baseball interesting again. They've limited I'll give you some of the base rules. If I forget some, Dan, I'm sure will remind me. But like some of my favorites, 2 hour time limit. Fucking great. No more 4.5 hour fucking baseball games. Awesome. If there's 10 minutes fucking left, they're not going to start another inning. Batters can't step out of the batter's box. Means if they step a foot out of the fucking batter's box, it's a strike. The pitcher can fast pitch. That means he can throw the fucking ball. The catcher can throw it right back to him immediately, and like he can throw another pitch immediately after that. Doesn't have to wait for the batter to get all like warmed up and all that shit. No, we're not playing that shit. We got 2 hours and 9 innings to fucking go. Every inning counts in this shit. So like there's no more blowouts anymore. Meaning so no matter what the score is at the end of each inning, whoever has the highest runs just means they win and they get a point for that inning. And whoever has the most points or most innings won at the end of the game wins. So I fucking love that. There's no more like 11-0 blowouts. It doesn't happen anymore. You get a point per inning, we're moving on. One of the greatest rules I've ever heard. If a fan catches a foul ball it's an
It's
out.
a fucking out, baby.
It's a fucking out. And it's like, what's funny is that I've been watching a couple of games because they've been on tour for the past like couple of months, I think. And they call it the world tour, even though they only do the South. It's great.
I know,
And
dude. It is like your interpretation of the Harlem Globetrotters for baseball is perfect because, again, that's exactly what it is. It's supposed to be nothing but entertainment.
it's
They
not, and
have
it's
big name
nonstop.
players.
Yeah,
They have
it's
big name players come
nonstop.
in.
Like I just watched a game where they had a fucking 75-year-old retired Hall of Famer pitcher come in and pitch for like I think one or two batters. It
Yeah.
was
Dude,
like they just pulled him out of nowhere. Like,
Jordan Zimmerman came in and pitched for a couple
yeah,
innings. Like
the
Zimmerman, like he's a fucking dude. Like he's a top-notch pitcher in the MLB now. Like anybody who's on like the IRL and they're rehabbing and shit, they come down and they can potentially come and pitch for the Bananas. There's a
yeah,
couple
this
guys. There's a
so
top pitcher for the Tigers. Hold on. There's a top pitcher for the Tigers this year that went on IRL, went in and pitched like 3 innings for the Bananas. It made news here about
yeah.
it. But like he came out and did like a couple of TikTok dances and shit in between
Yeah,
like
so
batters.
that's what I was gonna say was like there'll be times where the pitcher will be like about to pitch and a certain song will play, and then all three infielders will come in, or all four infielders will come in behind him, and they'll do like a choreographed dance that leads into the pitch. It's like,
It is the
I
funniest
like
fucking shit ever.
yeah, if the when the Bananas win an inning, sometimes the entire team will run into the crowd and celebrate with the crowd. But so then the other part, that the part that I really really love about all of it is the heartwarming part of it, is that this dude and his wife bought this fucking team or stadium and they only had an attendance of like 2. They were literally averaging 2 to 3 people per game that they were like trying to host. And the dude was like, they sold everything. Him and his wife were living in an empty apartment on an air mattress. Their story is so dope. And the owner, he's the fucking MC. He's out in the audience, no matter. And this is Savannah, Georgia, ladies and gentlemen, in the fucking summertime. This man is out there wearing a full top to bottom banana yellow fucking suit with the fucking hat and everything to match. And he's out
By the
there
way, just so
getting.
anyone wants to know, Savannah, Georgia's population is less than Grand Rapids, like
It
half
is,
of Grand Rapids.
yeah, it is a
It's not
Grayson.
small, but it's not even big.
Grayson Field is in a very, very tiny town. And this dude gets probably every single member of that fucking city into that fucking. They're selling out now. They've gone from having 0 to 2 fucking attendees to now selling 5 to 6,000 fucking tickets. But yeah, and they have like they got a pep band who like stands to stay the fucking in the rows and the aisles, and plays music in between. They do the slowest race in the world, where they have like toddlers who are under 1 years old. They drop them on the freaking field and make them crawl towards their moms, and most of them just freeze because there's 6,000 people like trying to cheer them on.
Thousands of people cheering.
Yeah. The first base coach break dances. The Bananas love to brag about. They have 2 exclusive things. Hold on. They have 2 exclusives. They're the only team in the world to have a second base coach, which is great. And then they also have the only baseball princess in the world, and that's Princess Calcia. Or no, sorry, Princess Potassia, because potassium for the fucking for the Bananas.
I was say that. That was my other point. And then it's the only other baseball team in the world, only baseball team, well, that they're in, that the umpires get famous. Umpires, they do their dance and shit, like their
Oh, yeah.
TikTok for the bananas TikTok is like great for all the players and shit. But their most viewed and liked videos, and
Is
they
the
get like
umpire?
millions of likes,
Well, because
are
he's
the
a big old.
umpires.
So you guys know this dude literally will do the worm. He'll do like almost breakdancing
He's a
moves.
big
He
fucking
fucking
dude.
he
Like,
twerks and he's bigger than Dan. And
bro,
Dan's a
he's
big
got to
boy.
be 5'9", 5'10", 300
He's
at
he's a
least.
solid 260. Yeah.
And he can worm better than the most.
Dude,
He's
I,
got
lo-
the pop and lock it better than any girl I've ever
I
seen.
I actually watched a game where they addressed it on the following game where he was a little too sexual because it's very much a family thing as well. Like
Family oriented.
so
Yeah, like Love Drive.
one of the great games I saw that like in between innings they had a game called Pie My Dad where they had like a 5 or 6 year old out there with his fucking big ass surly dad looking like a surly uncle. Um,
Ugh.
and they asked the kid, like, hey, okay, we're gonna ask you 3 questions. You have to choose between the item or pieing your dad in the face. And they're like, all right, little baby Jason, you want a autographed
PS5.
3? Well, no,
Hey,
it's
I've
PS.
seen that. I've seen what you're talking about.
No,
PS5. Kid
no, it
pie his
wasn't a
dad in the
PS5.
face. I would have disowned that motherfucker. I'd have
It
been like,
wasn't a
"You're up for adoption."
It wasn't a
Fuck you.
PS5. Anyway, let me finish. So it was like a signed baseball first, and he's like, "No, I'll pie my dad." And he goes, "All right, well, do you want how about a bananas T-shirt?" I was like, "Nah, I'll pie my dad." And then you're like, "All right, how about a bat signed by the entire team?" He's like, "Nah, I'm gonna pie my dad." And the kid, of course, the kid didn't have that accent. He was 5. And he pies his dad 3 times in a row. And they're like, "You know what, Jace? We like you, kid." And they still gave him all the items anyway.
Yeah, dude. The
it's
TikTok that I did see, with the same thing, was like some kid. He's like 8 or 9, and they offered the kid
the
like
kid was
a hundred
5,
dollars,
4, maybe.
like
They
hundred
offered
dollars.
him money. Damn.
Yeah, $100 PlayStation gift card. It's like, nah, wham, pies his dad. Next one, we're gonna give you 3 PlayStation 5 games, right? Nah, wham, pies his dad. Next one, PlayStation 5, and he thought about it. All right, and like legit, dude, a tear came to the kid's eye. I am not lying. I will find it and send it to you on TikTok. He fucking tear came to his eye, and he's like, "I want to pie my dad," and he pied him, and they gave him the same shit.
They still gave him
All of
everything.
it.
They gave him the
Yeah, dude,
hundred
it
bucks,
was
the
the
PlayStation 5.
fucking
Oh man, I'm
best.
telling you, it's
I died laughing.
I don't need to. There's 168 baseball games a season. I don't need to watch those. But god damn,
Dude,
I've been
if
watching.
they fucking made MLB banana style, I'd watch every
I've been
goddamn game.
watching like banana games from like 2020. You know what I mean? Like it's genuine fun. It's great background noise as well if you like baseball because it's just goofy as shit. Like they have a guy who will come out on stilts. He will bat on stilts. I've seen this dude play first base on stilts. Like it's fucking
Pitches.
bananas.
He's a pitcher on stilts.
I've seen
He's
him
a
pitch. That's right.
catcher on stilts,
I've
and
never
that's
seen him.
funny as fuck. Oh, he plays every position, and
There's a
all these players are all college athletes. Like they're all former college baseball.
yeah, they're a mix. They're
They
a
just
mix.
didn't get drafted.
There's a guy on the team whose nickname I think is Donut, and like I think if he gets on base a certain amount of times in a game, everybody gets free donuts. Like it's just that reminded me of Semi Pro. Remember that movie set with Will
Yeah,
Ferrell? And like
yeah.
he was like corn dogs for all these people. He had to give out free corn dogs for the It's fucking
Yeah.
great, man. All
And
right.
they have there's another one where like if you they have a raffle, all right? It's like it's instead of a 50-50 raffle, it's a raffle you can come in and pitch for an inning as well. I've seen that. That's not every game, it's like every
I don't think
20
I've ever seen
games.
that one yet.
It's been on TikTok. I've seen it. It is
I just got
so
into it in the past,
fucking
like
funny.
week and a half. I could see it being really good for the kids on TikTok. Yeah, I don't know. What let's move off of that because we've been on it for like 20 minutes at this point.
I am
Um,
so fine with it because it is amazing.
has there been anything you've watched over the past week, brother? Since we had on
Dude,
Zach, and got, folks, we haven't gotten the copy of Shakespeare Shitstorm yet. It's only because I haven't followed up with him. I know the second that I do, he'll send that over, and we'll review that, and that'll be awesome.
you know what I watched this week or last week in our off time? Uh, on Paramount Plus, they did uh, a show of Halo, and it's really fucking good, bro.
That's one I've
Like
been meaning to catch up on. I'm gonna watch that
I don't even like I liked Halo and Halo 2, and then after that, like I'm done.
for sure.
But
Get
like
the last one. Give the last one a
this
try.
show,
If you can get Halo Infinite, if you can get it for cheap, if it's on like sale for like $20, bro, and it's
I
gonna
don't even have an
remind.
Xbox, but
Oh, I thought they
I
had.
will.
Oh, that's right.
I will eventually, maybe when the new ones get cheaper.
Don't
But
your kids have an Xbox?
yeah, but I don't fucking touch them. Like I have that like
Motherfucker, you paid for that shit.
yeah, but I give them like their privacy and shit, like to a degree.
Dude,
I don't.
I'm telling you, uh, this last Halo reminded me of the one that I liked that was on like 360, which was like Halo 3, I want to say. But
Halo 2 is the first 360 game.
or maybe it was
Um,
2. Yeah, it might have been 2 because I didn't after that I wasn't a fan.
I liked Halo 1 and Halo 2.
Gears and
They were
Halo were my shit.
amazing, but like beyond that, I could give a fuck less. We land partied Halo, the first one, throughout my tour, my tour of Iraq.
For
We'd
me, that
work
was
18-hour days and spend at least 2 to 4 hours playing Halo land parties.
for me it
And
was
sleep for
Modern
2 hours.
Warfare. I think.
Do the shit.
I think Modern Warfare 1 came out when I was over there in the
Yeah,
USO.
but I didn't think you could land party that.
Yeah. Well, no, we
But
had in no, yeah, no, we just did split screen because I was out in the JSS. I wasn't on a nice base with like decent
yeah,
internet. No, this was just.
no, we didn't have like LAN is like direct connect. Like
Oh, okay.
you
Oh, I
plug
wasn't sure
somebody
if
in.
you were. I don't.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's like
I know what a
direct
fucking. I know what a LAN party is. But for us, it was we just had one TV and a bunch of controllers, and the USO donated two TVs and like every system that was out that year. It was like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
PS
yeah.
like a
No, we
PS3.
didn't have a
Uh,
USO. We had to buy our own TVs and all that shit.
yes, this is what I'm fucking talking about. Red versus blue.
Dude, Red versus Blue is amazing.
Yeah.
I've seen everything through season 11.
Was it Rooster Teeth? Rooster Teeth did that, right?
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
one of the funniest fucking
So I
things
I
ever.
I liked Red versus Blue, but my ultimate love was Battlefield. You know that, right? Like
Hmm.
I was a Battlefield junkie, and then they came out with Battlefield Friends on Machinima, which is no longer Battlefield Friends. That was my shit. Like they're still trying to bring it back, but the new Battlefield is so fucking trash. They have no content except just to straight up make fun of how bad the game is. There's
Yeah,
like they've been like literally, there's been no Battlefield since
Battlefield 2022, right?
2024. So like,
And
there's
it's
been no
free.
no.
I think it's free right now on
I don't want to
PlayStation.
fucking talk about that because some of us dumbasses paid $120 for it 9 months ago, and it's still a piece of fucking garbage. Fucking New Yorker and me is coming out. But no, it's just funny that people over at Neebs Gaming have been like dying for a new Battlefield to come out because like that's one thing that made them really huge. They do other great videos as well. Like I'm not trying to knock them, but like Battlefield Friends was like the fucking shit. It was so fucking goofy. What it was just basically not really like Red versus Blue where they had like just made up stories. This was short, like maybe like 30-second to 2 minute animated videos, like depicting the fucking hugest flaws in the game. And just like
Yeah.
then there was always like the same 5 to 10 characters. You'd have like the Colonel 100. You got the fucking the PC Master Race guy. And then the four main dudes as well. And like, yeah, the last Battlefield we had, I oh no, they had forgot they had the old ones that came out, like the old style, like World War II, World War One, style games. I just didn't play those. I think it was like one was called Battlefield One, the other one was called Battlefield 5, I think. But the last good one that they had, that Battlefield Friends was able to make videos about that really were hilarious, was Hardline. I don't know if you ever played Hardline. That one was like, it was like a cops and robbers
I know.
instead of an actual
Yeah,
Battlefield.
I remember the game itself, but no, I didn't play it.
Yeah, it was
Speaking
dumb.
of games, dude, what are you playing right now?
I've been cracking out on that Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Like I have
Yeah, the
not. I
Borderlands game.
Yeah, it's like basically Borderlands 4, but so but it's like it's got a tabletop feel to it as well. So it has like Dungeons and Dragons elements to it,
Okay.
where like like there's like a narrator, but like it's still like a shoot 'em up with giant guns versus monsters game. But like then there's in between, when you're traveling in between worlds, you're like a giant bobblehead on a fucking board that like, but it's like a board like that you're actually walking through, and then all of a sudden a demon can pop out, and now you're in like an encounter, like in like a, like if you ever played Final Fantasy, where all of a sudden like an enemy comes out of nowhere and then bumps into you, and then it's just like, oh, you're gonna fight now.
Yeah.
Or same thing with like Pokemon, same kind of shit. But
Okay.
I don't know.
So
I was playing that a lot today with my boy Kyle, who's been on the show. I hadn't played this game with another person since I got it. Um, so that was dope. Oh, and before we go to yours, I'm in a Facebook group of people who know how to exploit certain things on certain places, and I literally had $5 million in the game before I turned it on, and then after I went and met this person, I now am sitting on 683 million.
nice.
Like it's taken
In a
me all
way,
these.
though, like that's kind of like I hate it. I
I've,
like that shit, but I hate that shit
I've
at the
already
same
beaten the game twice, so I was like, I'm just
time.
doing it now so I can like. It really helped to get 2 achievements that I needed. And
Okay.
actually, this game, right as of right now, I'm the closest I've ever been to actually getting all the achievements. I think I have like, as of right now, 7 or 8 left, and I got all
Nice.
the other ones just kind of naturally, just grinding, just playing and enjoying the game.
Dude,
What's up, love?
I am still stuck on Elder Ring.
Okay,
Um,
a lot of the
it
homies are
is
playing Elder Ring.
I dude, honestly, I had to take a break, like to a point where I like again, I told you this before. Like it's the only game that ever caused me to actually have panic attacks.
I need a
Okay.
fucking PS5, dude. I really.
Um,
That'll
and
happen once start paying off my debt. I'll grab a PS5.
well, like, and I stopped playing it, uh, because again, my panic attacks were getting crazy, and all this other shit, and it started causing like random mental health shit, like a game, right? So I stopped playing. Because, like, all right, so, like, this game, you build up, like, points to level up and shit. Well, if you die, you lose all that shit unless you get to that exact spot to grab your life back and you get all those points. Well, if
Oh,
you
okay.
go back to that spot and before you can grab those life points again and you die again, you lose them all. Like, bro, like anyone who knows this game at all, like I don't expect anyone to know, but like 100,000 points takes forever to build up. I've lost that 5 times in a row. All right, like this is like not days, but like hours.
Jeez.
5 times in a row. And I said, fuck this game. I'm never playing this game again. And like legit, it's been Saturday was the last time I played it. I went back to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. They uploaded a bunch of new. I bought the season pass and all that other shit when that game came out.
That's how I feel about
And
Battlefield. I bought the fucking season pass and like, but at least I know with Assassin's Creed those things hold up. They've dropped like
but
one or
there's
two
like
like not so great ones, but
I missed a bunch of shit because like I beat it. I beat the first season pass thing, the second one, and then kind of forgot about it and went through and now I'm having fun as fuck again on Assassin's Creed. So I'll play that until the new Assassin's Creed comes out.
yeah, that's one
So
thing I'm
fun.
enjoying is like I beat Tiny Tina's already once. You can your max level your player can hit is 40. I beat it at around level 33 or 34, I want to say. And then I rebuilt a whole new character. You can like assign different kinds of
There's like
spells and
four different characters.
yeah,
Four
yeah.
different characters, right?
Yeah, so yeah, I really went through and just like cuz with Borderlands, I beat Borderlands 3 2 days before I got Tiny Tina's.
Right. Yep. We
And
talked about that.
Borderlands 3 came out like 7 years ago. 6 years
Is
ago. Some
Borderlands 3 is that now cross-platform or no?
I think so. Yeah, cuz
If
you
it
just
is,
need
we need to
yeah.
look into it and try to start playing that together and start.
Yeah, I've only played that one twice as well. There's 3 or 4 characters as that. So there's people I haven't even played with in that shit.
I
That's shit.
haven't. I've never beat it. I played it. I bought it, and then like,
So for people who wonder why the fuck we have not beaten our games, it's not because we're bad gamers. Borderlands 3 has I want to say probably close to 100 hours worth of content.
not even
Um,
just that. All right. It's like remember until recently, I had the shittiest internet known to man.
yeah, but
So
you didn't
until
need
this
internet.
last
You didn't need
year
internet for Borderlands.
to play with someone else and
Fair enough.
co-play,
Fair enough. I never really
doing it
played
by yourself though was not impossible, but you had to be super good.
with the
Or
new system.
like,
The new system's pretty dope. They have like a dope matchmaking system. So now, like when you beat the game, there's a what's something called a chaos chamber, which is like basically like a gauntlet. You know, like you're just going to go through levels and levels of fucking
yeah,
waves and waves of different difficulty fucking baddies, and then the like you have options to upgrade shit while you're playing. You know, you can buy, like, get these crystals, blah blah blah, and
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
and so ultimately get big prizes at the end. But you can either so after you win, you can choose to also go through them with other people. So it'll be like a raid, basically. Pretty cool.
But there's also, I mean, there's a bunch of games that are coming out that like off the top of my head, I can't remember. There's one game that I know that I know we will both like, and if when it does come out, I will buy the Xbox version for you and the PlayStation version for me,
What game?
and make an agreement. I can't remember the name right now. Give me a minute, and I'll probably come up. But I'll buy it with the only intent of the only way you can play that game and beat it the first time through is when you do it with me. It's like a total co-op game, and it's almost like a Skyrim-ish. Like we have to
So
do it
then we'll
together.
just have to. By then we'll have to start a Twitch channel, and then we can like stream it.
Yeah, but it will be, and then we can even like do podcast live while we're doing that as well. But
That's what I'm
it
saying.
will be.
That's what I'm.
I can't remember the game. It's coming out in November. I do know that, and it is completely cross-platform. But even if it's not, even if it says it is and not, I will buy an Xbox by then. And if you don't have a PlayStation 5 by then, I will buy it and say fuck it. And like, I think like the next level, like, yes, this podcast is like the level we want to be at. We want to make this as big as we can. But two stupid fucking idiots playing video games together, trying to beat stupid shit, while me, who sucks at the game, keeps dying, and the other one has to keep reviving him throughout the entire game, could be funny as fuck and a
It's not
great Twitch channel.
Spelunky,
So
Shadow Man.
I have to look at the trailers again, dude. I can't remember the
Nobody,
name, and
nobody saves the
I'd have to,
world.
I'd have to look at the trailers. So, but
Yu-Gi-Oh,
not Yu-Gi-Oh.
Paparazzi,
Obviously not that either.
Rainbow,
Like
not Rainbow
Yu-Gi-Oh
Six,
is
not Rainbow Six,
when
right?
does Yu-Gi-Oh come out? By the way,
Yu-Gi-Oh, Master Duel, PlayStation 5 and Xbox, January 19th.
is it this year? Right? Because I think we have that already.
Yep, sorry.
Yeah,
Wait, what
I
month?
know
Oh, you said
my
no. You
oldest
said
son.
November. You said November,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. My oldest son has the Yu-Gi-Oh and the game, and he's collected Yu-Gi-Oh cards for
Oh,
years.
I got it.
We have
Starfield. They're
it
talking about
on
Starfield.
both.
You're talking about Starfield, right?
Okay, maybe.
That's the only one.
I have to watch the trailer because it was like one that I was like blown the fuck away by, and thought that it would be a perfect game for us. Like it was like literally
Stalker
the
2,
first
Heart
person.
of Chernobyl.
So anyway, but Yu-Gi-Oh! My little son's been trying to teach me Yu-Gi-Oh! For years, and this game came out, and like you can scan certain cards from your pack and shit, and it goes into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Like game. This some bitch trying to teach me this game, but like no, he's gonna use this crazy deck, like whatever. It's like worse than having like the best Magic the Gathering deck versus a beginner deck. This little some bitch had that shit set up so like his deck was a million times better than mine. And like as he's trying to teach me, he can't teach me anything because he's killing me before like I get a chance to do a fucking thing. I was so pissed. I'm like, I deleted that shit off my PlayStation. And I'm like, fuck you, kid. You play on your own. Like, fuck you. So pissed.
But I mean,
It's actually
hold on.
it's actually banned in my house right now.
You do remember when you used to do that to your dad, probably, right? Though.
No, my dad would never play games with me.
Well, that's very much
Like
that's a kid thing to do. It's
it's
cute.
also like this is the also like him paying me back for me blowing him out on Madden 127-0. And
Is
I get it.
that a real
And
number?
I also get the rage. Yeah. And I also get the rage quit because that's what he would be in the last 2 minutes of the game. Because I would be like, fuck you. And I'd wait till he, like, the second before he killed me and he gained the experience points. And I'd say, nope. Oh, no. Oh, my PlayStation disconnected. It's downstairs. His is upstairs. He runs down the stairs. Dad, what the heck? You were going to lose. I was going to get those points. I was like, I guess you're not today, son. Fucking asshole. Me, not him. In a way.
You're
But
gonna
like,
say,
he's
hold on.
supposed to teach me.
You're gonna say, yo, you're gonna blow him out on Madden, and then try and give him shiver, blowing you out on fucking Yu-Gi-Oh. That motherfucker, he checkmated you, motherfucker.
You checkmated me the fuck out, bro.
With cards too.
And then I used to be really good at MLB The Show, which was like a PlayStation exclusive baseball game. It is the best baseball game in the industry. It's the same shit to my youngest son. I'd whoop the fuck out of him. Well, I haven't played The Show since The Show 2016. Bro's been getting it from 2019 on. He played me in the 2021 one.
Uh-oh.
This little bastard beat me 36-0. And he played as the Florida Marlins. I played as the Angels. Like, they're a really good fucking team. Like, they weren't World Series team. They should have been, but they weren't. But they're like 30 points higher rated in the game.
So yeah, but he whooped that ass 36-0. Folks, that's just so you guys know
won't play his ass again.
That's not a football score. That was a baseball score. You just said that. God damn.
What my I won't play him in that.
Let's keep trucking along here. Head on. Let's chat a little bit about podcasts because your boy did pretty well last week. Pretty sure I gave us some nice shout outs. And here we're going to show a little clip.
I don't know who Pod Score is, but hey, get it. Oh, now I do.
Wait, what?
I said, oh, now I do. I forgot.
What are you talking about?
I forgot who the Pod Score network was. I forgot for a second. For a second.
Podscure.
Runners too. Fucking they run.
Fucking a hard bargain on business side.
Oh, they can run like the wind. Every one of them can run.
Work.
They'll beat you in a race, boy. Fucking they run.
He's fast too.
Not as fast as a napper. Fuck do they run. Good runner too, no doubt.
Told you they were fast.
I'm the one who's been saying this entire time how fast they are. Fucking they run. Fucking they run.
Come off it, Lane.
They're good workers.
Us runners too. Fucking they run.
Well, Charity and Chastity get out of the truck to face the music.
Fucking they run.
Anita.
Yeah, your boy did well over at the last week's episode of How Are You Now, the toughest podcast in Letterkenny. We did a table read of the episode Dick's Slip Out, and somebody decided to dress like a Mennonite to commit to the role. And god damn, fucking they run. That was a lot of fucking fun to do, man. I gotta say, I haven't giggled that much in a long fucking time. And actually, I just remembered there's one more. Yep, it did. Yeah, yeah. I think actually it's still in there. Let's see. We got one more clip in here. Come on. Why can't? Why?
Parents were both in missionary positions in Africa. So on my gap year, I ran away and joined an all-male peer review about a
Right.
called Master and Bader. Yelp reviews included, "It's fantastic," and a performance with porpoise.
Honest to pot skewer.
Oh, they all share a giggle at the fun.
Noah,
And
honest
the
to
plug.
cod skewer.
More three-way giggles.
One meeting on Yelp, however, wrote, "Will this ever dull finish?" But I didn't care because a buddy of mine and I made a blowhole we were both super proud of.
This was so much fun to do.
Noah and Anita share a look at that one, then decide to press on. With
Totally looks like it.
Have you seen our dicks or not?
Anita Dick, full stop. I have not. However, here's a thought. Go to the farm and ask what
Captured their imagination. Yeah, that was I don't know, a little like I'm the only one who dressed up, but I don't know. I wanted to have some fun with it, and goddamn, how damn can they run? But but also,
I'm very proud of you on that.
Sorry?
It's like fuck everyone else for not
Yep.
dressing up.
Oh no,
killed
it wasn't on the assignment. I just went above and beyond. I was a
I
teacher.
know, but fuck them for not going above and beyond. Like fuck
Yeah.
that.
And before we move on to any other like just regular shit, you want to talk about the Bobby Lee thing?
I mean, you have way more information this week on podcast. I am so off. So
Yeah,
I would love
mom's house-
to, but
Your
I
mom's
have
house was
no
great.
opinion on it.
All right. Well, long story short, it came out. Brendan Schaub and Brendan Schaub, but mostly Brian Callen, were kind of bullying and being real shitty to Bobby Lee because Kalila on her
Hold on.
Bobby,
Not everyone listens to all these podcasts, so explain who each person are.
well, if you let me finish, I would have gotten back around to it. So Bobby Lee and Kalila, Bobby Lee being the comedic actor from Mad TV from the early 2000s or late 90s, I believe it was. Brian Callen from also the same era, actually a little before Bobby Lee. So they have a podcast. His girlfriend is Kalila Kuke. She has a podcast with Annie Lederman and Lil Esther, I believe. And they jokingly a couple weeks ago made some sideways comments, like without dropping names, just alluding to a not funny comedian in the scene who had basically tried to like flirt with them both in inappropriate ways. And people were able to put two and two together and figure out that that unfunny comedian in the new in the scene was Brendan Schaub, and they just kind of started attacking him, and Brendan Schaub decided to clap back. And you know, like that was all kept between them, somewhat. But Reddit is Reddit, and they found out what they found out and push buttons, so they push buttons. Bobby and Kalila were on a podcast called H3 last week, or H3, and Ethan, the host of that show, kind of, I don't know what's the proper word, surprised them with a random question, like to bringing up this whole situation. Yeah, he pushed the button for sure, and like brought up the whole situation, and like they aired shit out. They you know, she said what she had to say, that being Kalila, and Bobby said what he had to say, and none of it was like fabricated truth. And all of that was confirmed today with a new episode of Tiger Belly that had Brendan Schaub on it. And I mean, they had since, because, you know, shows come out to us usually a couple days to a week after they're recorded. So since that episode was recorded, uh, actually, and I'm lying to you, I just remembered. No, that came out last week, and
I know, like
it was a, but it was a,
downloading some shit
it was a
online.
it was a live. They streamed it live actually. So that was the other part. That's what I forgot was Ethan decided to push this button on a live stream, kind of like what we're doing here. Like if I were to like try and confront somebody on this fucking shit, I'd be a piece of shit. Fuck that. But
Right.
yeah, and yeah, like part of the bullying was that Brendan Schaub threatened to reveal about the situation that Bobby and Kalila have been going through the past 6 months or so. That nobody, I mean, I didn't know about this shit, and I'm a huge fan of most of these people. Schaub, I don't know, his arrogance gets me, but whatever. It like the part that Schaub was holding back on, and that a lot of people were being kind of blown away from, but some people kind of called it was that Kalila had been seeing someone else actually, and that was a big
With
part
the
of.
approval.
Yes, they had somewhat of a open relationship that lasted 4 months, and it was all because of Bobby. Bobby, for a lot of people don't know, he's been fighting with sobriety for I want to say about 13 to 15 years or some shit like that, and he relapsed about 6, 7 months ago or something like that, and um, yeah, they so they had a little. Kalila's a beautiful woman, and I'm sure she has her needs. So that's probably why they ended up in that weird situation because they do love each other, and we would not. I don't think in my heart of hearts, I don't think Bobby Lee would be alive today if it wasn't for that woman.
Right. But they have like their um like everyone, not even like everyone has their wants and needs and whatever, right? Like if like if Bobby gave her the okay, and which he said he did.
Yeah. Bobby
You
wasn't listen. The vulgar way of
have
saying this, Bobby
have
wasn't fucking
relations
her. She wanted some fucking dick, and like
in
he's on
Hawaii
drugs.
for 4 months, and she stayed there while he was home. There
Well,
were
yeah,
and
they
but and there's more to it than that because like he also was doing stuff on on the side with permission and whatever like and that came out also like like and all like approved it through their therapy and all like I'm giving like both of them like their benefit of the doubt like but also like Shab's a cock. That's it. That's my point. Shab's a cock. He's trying to make something out of nothing when it shouldn't have been like that. You know what I mean?
yeah. Um, it's I'm going to be very curious to see what happens after today's episode because apparently Shaw was coming at Bobby and the whole camp basically based off of like a very expensive private investigator and lawyers as well. Like so apparently there's some evidence that Shaw has and he's like, been boasting about it. So, let's see what comes of that. And, I'm just it's been a lot and it's been hard for me to not pay attention to it just because I'm a longtime Bobby Lee fan. I've been a fan of that dude since I was a fucking kid. And
Way
I
more of a Bobby Lee fan than Shab.
no, absolutely
So
not. That's why I'm
like
saying that's why I'm saying
we're
again, this
we're
is what
team
I'm
Bobby Lee, baby.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and and I'm going to, because you didn't hear today's episode of Tiger Belly. I know you did. Um, and you
I
also
am so behind on podcast.
okay, yeah, yeah. Well, let me finish, please. Um, I have listened to the Fighter and the Kid, and today's Tiger Belly episode. Fighter and the Kid came out, I believe, yesterday or the day before, and literally, I think it was yesterday. And the first 25 minutes of the Fighter and the Kid is doing nothing but addressing um, this this whole thing. And Brian Callen, I have never really seen him do this. And I'm again same era. I think Brian was on the show 2 years before Bobby Lee was on Mad TV. But I grew up watching Mad TV from season fucking one. So like I said, I grew up watching both of these motherfuckers. Brian Callen
Right.
fucked up. Brian Callen, and the best way that both of these motherfuckers, both of these, and I'm gonna call them meatheads because that's how they were fucking behaving, like fucking meatheads. Both of these meatheads, were just letting their, testosterone get the fucking best of them. Not checking their fucking facts. Like it just wasn't it wasn't handled well. And I've never seen Brian apologize so hard for anything. He knows he fucked up. And it turns out he was the one who was really threatening Bobby. That was the crazy fucking thing.
I have never seen this much drama that cross-platform into so many different podcasts that I listen to. Like, it's almost to a point where it is unbearable to listen to all my normal podcasts. And it's so
It's funny is Job said something pretty smart today, which was well, he said a couple of things. They all really did. They were very humble, and Kalila, like, she came out with a fucking bitch, had like a dossier. She was like, December 24th, you said this. December 25th, I said this. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? It was just like,
right.
you know what I mean? Like, hold on. We're doing a timeline. Tell me if I'm lying here. Tell me if I'm wrong. Let's get everything out in the open. This is what it is. Shab admitted he fucking tried to flirt with Kalila, like, and try to flirt with, like, didn't he's actually said he didn't try to flirt with Annie Lederman, whatever. Yeah, like, it's just it's all very silly, especially like for it to be public drama. That's the part where the only reason I'm in it is just because I don't know. I've been
It's weird ass drama and our weird ass podcast world that we all listen to. Not all, but us. And I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't been fun.
yeah, I agree.
It makes me, and I. This is me being honest. Like, I will never, ever listen to The Fighter and the Kid again unless Will Sasso is on or Bobby Lee is on as a guest.
Or was it the fighter that who was it? Is it the kid and the man when it's Will Sasso and and Brian Callen calls it the
Like,
kid and the man. He calls him
but like, I won't watch it. I also don't watch. I don't like Brennan Schwab and anything like the King and the Sting. I think the King and the Sting podcast is dumb. It's a horrible podcast. It's not funny.
I
Theo Vaughn's
Wait, is that
podcast
even
is
still a thing?
way
That's not a
funny.
thing anymore. I don't think they
Maybe
do they.
it hasn't in a while, but I swear it is.
Is
But
that? I don't
like
think that's a thing anymore. Because
Theo
what's his
Vaughn's
name?
solo
Theo Vaughn.
podcast
He moved.
to Nashville.
Yeah,
And I thought they still did it over like how we do.
I feel like they stopped.
Obviously, like we're not in the same spot. Like everyone knows that shit. Uh, but I the King of the Sting
Oh,
podcast in my opinion, stuck for a long time.
Yeah, they still do
Honey-
it. I forgot. Yeah, it's called the King, the Sting, and the Wing. And I believe
Yeah.
like the Wing was like Stevie Weeby.
So, but it doesn't matter. It sucked right away, and it had. I haven't given it more than 5 or 6 episodes, but I don't like Brendan Schwab. Like I don't like the fighter and the kid is only good when it's Brian Callen and Will Sasso, or Brian Callen and someone else, and Brendan Schwab is not on.
I
Brendan
like
Schwab, he's not funny, dude.
I
He's
like
not.
when
Like,
I
I
like when
know that's a narrative that's pushed, but like, he's not funny.
I like when Dalia is on.
Dalia himself is absolutely funny, but he's way better when he's on when Schwab's not on.
Yeah, yeah. Dan,
So,
have you eaten anything amazing this week?
bro, I had the best fucking Cuban I have ever had in my life.
So
On
you were in
Friday.
Miami?
No, I was in Grand Rapids at a place called Michigan Moonshine, which, by the way, their moonshine's fucking amazing. But their Cuban is the best pulled pork with amazing ham. I hate ham. All right, ham slices. I hate ham. The honey glazed ham. I hate all that shit. I fucking hate ham. But that perfect ham is a thick slice with a thick fucking dill pickle, thick dill pickle slice on it with mustard. With I substitute the uh, fucking peppers, the yellow peppers with obviously jalapenos and fresh jalapenos. And if they don't have fresh jalapenos, go fuck yourself. That restaurant's not worth the shit. Like fuck you. Get
I
the
mean,
fuck
I
out
don't
of
know,
here.
man. I kind of like my pickled jalapenos.
I fuck dill jalapenos can go fuck themselves. And no, no, that's to go fuck yourself. Like you're not a restaurant. You got if you don't have fresh, like fuck off. You're a diner. You're a fucking whatever. Like you're not a restaurant. A tavern. You can a tavern. You can call yourself a tavern without fucking fresh. But your restaurant, you gotta have fucking fresh. And they have fresh, right? Bro, I had that shit standing next to my mother. I had goddamn almost punched her in the face over how goddamn good that fucking shit was, bro. Do that like I make pulled pork like a goddamn champ, right? That pulled pork, I have to spend a second on it. Pulled pork, good pulled pork is 8 hours on the smoker.
So you were saying you want jalapenos on your Cuban?
Bro, I want
Okay, but no, hold
jalapenos
on. So
on
listen, all right. Like
everything in life.
all that aside, how is the bread? Because for me, being an East Coaster, the
All
bread is
right,
super important.
right. So like bread, right? Like if we're gonna get the minutia of it all, the yeast comes from the area, right? That yeast that comes from Louisiana po' boys, all right? That yeast is only in Louisiana, and every borough has a different yeast, right? Based on environment and all that shit. So that yeast in general has a different environment everywhere. It's on a ciabatta based bread. with the yeast from the area. And homeboy, again, I'd punch a baby in
All
the
right, all right,
hand
all right, all right. So like, what?
on that
You can't
shit.
have pickles, fresh pickles,
Super fresh, like legit fresh pickles.
kind of
Not
mustard,
like
hot mustard. What are we talking here? Dijon.
nah, Dijon mustard.
Okay, okay,
All
okay,
right, like a Dijon spicy, bro. It
okay.
was good as fuck. Fresh
Nope.
pickles. Like not your Clausen pickles, like your deli fresh pickles, and obviously bread slice pickles. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
We might gotta try that
good
next
shit,
time I come visit you, bro.
bro.
Uh,
I got you here. There's like 6 places you and I are going to get fat as fuck
go,
on.
go.
I got you for at least 3 for sure. Like the next
All
couple.
right. All right. um.
What about you,
Uh.
homie?
I'll wrap up. Yeah, man. Saturday I worked the door over at the Dirty Duck, which is this like nice little like mom and pop dive bar down the block from me. It's a huge joint, big old parking lot. They closed off the parking lot for anniversary event. They had a Clydesdale. They had a Clydesdale back there and a fucking Longhorn bull for selfies for like a couple hours and shit. Full on DJ raffles. Shit was a
Oh
blast.
shit.
But my boy Red and his
A
lady and his
fuckload of food courts or
they had
food carts.
we had a food truck, just a food truck because it's not that big, but you know
Yeah.
we had one food truck and they held it down the whole day and they put something on the
Oh
menu they
yeah.
don't normally. They do like Louisiana with like a Southern Louisiana style, like this like Southern food with a Louisiana
Okay.
twist. Like they do like like ah nope get out of there. They do like shrimp over fries with the freaking nice tangy sauce. All sorts of crazy, po' boys, red beans and rice, jambalaya. They kill it over there. But they put something new on the menu they don't normally, which is ribs. And I like some ribs. So I said, standing at the door, I'm like, oh, we're getting closer to, we're about 2 hours away from closing time, an hour away from, or at least their closing time. Um, I was like, hey, can I get a 3-plate rib with with a side of potato salad?
Bro, all
Daniel,
right, hold on. Stop. Because I want the ribs.
Daniel.
All right, ribs are great, but I want potato salad. What? Were they red potatoes? All right, red potato salad. Like I will, like stick my
Homie,
dick
hold
in
on. This is
one of
my
those
segment.
potatoes.
This is my
Go.
segment. Hey, it's my turn. No, my shit is exactly what they made. I didn't know what they made, but their shit tastes like fucking. They have the deviled eggs style potato salad. That's my shit. Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah. That's whenever like our local supermarket, the Safeway. They oh no, excuse me, not the Safeway one, the King Super one. King Supers, or same thing as it's Kroger's, just a different name. They make in-house, like most supermarkets, they make in-house,
Yeah.
freaking cold cuts and shit like that, and picnic salads. God
Coleslaw.
damn, their
Dude, dude.
their
Mm,
egg salad, and their potato salad, and their roto. Give me that roto. Give me that fucking roto from Safeway. I mean, King
bro,
Super any day. Actually, Safeway is good
give
too,
me that
and the
fucking
Target.
broccoli salad, bro. That broccoli salad,
Ooh.
I, dude, like nine. I've
But
never had a broccoli salad that tastes like shit out of the deli from
before
any of those
I
places.
before I fall off though, this is my buddy. He owns this food cart, so I want to give him a little shout out. Go lie down. Go. Um, his name is Red. His lady Cece owns it. They're called the Taste Bud Bullies, which is great, dude.
Nice.
I love that fucking name. I'm trying to get a T-shirt from them as soon
They
as
also
possible.
have to park outside of dispensaries and shit.
Dude, they did on 420.
Nice. You know what? Honestly, I think I remember you telling me about this. You've ate there before.
Yeah. This is. Oh yeah, no, they do wings. They do catfish. Shrimps over fries. The swamp fries has shrimp, crab meat, and crawfish meat over fries. Taste bud bullies. I think it's taste bud bullies underscore LLC on Instagram. Um, they don't fuck around. They're available for private events. Um, yeah, check them out. Tell them I sent you. I have no idea where the fuck Dan went in our last 30 seconds here. Oh, wait, I see a message. Oh, um, yeah, like that's something Dan and I really are never gonna stop bonding over. Is just being a couple of fatty fats. um, Literally, as I was sitting here, I was organizing my fucking dinner. So sorry if I seemed a little distracted on my phone. And Dan had to go tinkle tinkle, little star. Um, we really love doing the show, and it's kind of funny when uh these shows coincide with major life events. Dan got a new job. I'm I got a new job offer. Um, you know, I'm going to be traveling a lot soon. Dan lost his dog. You guys went, I believe, yeah, you guys went through me losing Portia last year. I think I might have probably taken a week or two off of the show because of that. That's just rough. See, you get the joke there? It's rough, as in the dog. Don't listen to me. Stephanie, I can't believe you stick it out with us every fucking week. You are literally. Wait, there we go. There we go. Yep, got him back. I still can't believe every week she sticks through with us. You might want to unmute your mic, you dork, unless you're talking to Nicole.
I did.
Hi, Nicole.
What we do try to really focus on is we never ever talk about chain restaurants because fuck that shit. We only talk about local shit.
I did Culver's. Hold on, I talked about Culver's.
Yeah, Culver's is different because it's new to you.
We'll talk about we'll talk about things that aren't everywhere. We're not going to talk about
Right.
Wendy's. We're not going to be talking about Burger King and
We'll talk
McDonald's.
about Chick-fil-A a little bit here and there. It's like somewhat they're
I
not
won't talk about
everywhere.
Chick-fil-A. I talked about Chick-fil-A on our first episode because on my way here was the first time I ever had Chick-fil-A. We had Chick-fil-A in New York City for like 2 years before I left. And I didn't try Chick-fil-A until I was on the road moving from New York to Colorado
But
while I was
anyway,
driving.
we always try to promote our local areas. The Cuban that I had that I'm talking about is at Lowell Big. I think it's called Big Bar and Grill. It's off M21. If you're local area, it's actually in the downtown city of Lowell. It's great. Please check that shit out. They don't pay us, and none of the places we ever really say, "Hey, check this place out." They don't pay us. Maybe someday, but
I mean,
we're just doing this shit for fun.
full disclosure, I did get free food this weekend, but it was only because I was working there. So I guess they hook up the employees. But I've never, I've eaten there. I've eaten there at least 7, 8 times, and not until the last 2 times did not Red, the owner, the one of the main cooks is Red and Cece's. It's a couple. They're great. But Red just found out or just realized I was a veteran, and he's like, Renee, we do military discount. So also, if you're military, sorry, but keep plugging your shit, Dan, and then I'm gonna throw up.
No, it's like I don't ever plug restaurants that
Basically, we're not getting paid to fucking plug
we
shit.
don't get paid at all.
Yeah.
Like if we did, I would feel like a sellout trying to promote these local places. Like if they did, we would give them their own special plug before the other shit, like whatever. Like when we do our plugs
Check this
and
out. This is yeah,
all
look at
the
that.
and when we do our plugs, we do this shit like because we're asked to and either paid or given free product to, like um or told
Saying,
we're getting free product to, like the soap. So we were getting told we were getting, free product to, and like other shit. Like, and full disclosure, we will always tell you, like when we're paid to do this and when we're not, or
yeah,
when it's free or not. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like we'll
I'll be,
never ever tell you something.
so what I don't
Like,
even know what happened with the soap lady, but that was not cool. So on that note,
it sucked, but like it's okay. Like
so on
whatever.
that
I'm
note,
not caring.
on that note, the one thing that Dan and I ask you to like, subscribe, share with a friend if you can, please, Stephanie. I know you have more than one friend. But hey, don't shake your head like, dude, she's watching.
I know.
um,
No, that's my only friend.
fair enough. Uh, son of a bitch. The one thing that we ask at the end of every episode is that you tell somebody you love them. You never know what tomorrow brings. You never know what tonight brings. So, on behalf of me and Dan, we love you guys for tuning in every week. Dan, I love you.
I love
Uh,
you too, buddy.
and I can't wait to flirt with your wife and make it, you know, podcast drama 10 years from now.
I can't wait to make a bukkake video with you.
Ooh, that shit. That was another topic I forgot to bring up on. They've been talking about licking cum on the other podcasts. Good night, everybody.
Hey.